Okay, it's your turn.
Well, that's what I was about to tell everybody.
Oh, well, I told them anyway.
Yeah, you always do that.
I have a problem.
You do. So, I guess the secret is out that I have another story already. So please don't die of shock because we already don't have very many listeners.
We need all of you that are there.
What's new?
Not a single thing.
I
can't think of a single thing.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything either. Wow.
We're even less interesting than usual.
I know. We lead very exciting lives is the real problem. That it's really hard to convey how exciting our lives are.
One may or may not have been able to see the northern lights in our area tonight, but we did not see it.
We were not one of the one.
We were not.
But, and I've seen lots of pictures over the last couple of years of people who supposedly see them in our area, and I'm just like, I'm alive. And I go outside.
Do you?
So why haven't I seen them? Because it'll be like people in the same town we live in. And I'm just like, I went outside tonight.
Yeah. Because you're just not looking in the right place.
I mean, they seem kind of hard to miss.
Well, I miss them every time, so.
They're very elusive, those northern lights.
It's because we're not northern.
That's what I was going to say, the northern lights here in the south.
Mm-hmm.
But, whatever. Someday I'll see them in the north.
Well, we're another week closer to Thanksgiving break.
Yes.
Which means that the teenagers are getting squirrely.
Yeah.
Than usual.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't really have anything.
No, me either, other than the little girl who got mad at me the other day because I said her name exactly how she said her name.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah. I don't understand children.
No, me either.
I was just like, is that not what I'm saying? Do I have some sort of, am I having a stroke? Or
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm fairly certain I'm saying exactly what you're saying.
When you watch, the doctor shows, when the person's, saying, they think they're saying a thing,
mm-hmm.
and the doctors are like, I don't know what you're saying. And they're like,
yeah.
But, you can, get from, their perspective, where they're like, oh my god, I'm telling you exactly
mm-hmm.
what you're asking me.
Yeah, like word salad or
mm-hmm.
whatever they call it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess that's all we have to say.
All right, bye.
See you next week. Anyway, I'm going to bring us back to New Mexico.
Why?
Because, like I told you, I can always tell just from a picture or a description that a case is in New Mexico, even before anyone says that it's in New Mexico.
Yeah.
And this popped up on my feed, and from the thumbnail, I was just like, that's in New Mexico.
I'm going to tell you, nothing good happens here.
No, nothing good happened here either. Here in this story.
Great.
So after I listened to it, I felt like I needed to cover it. This case is pretty recent, only 3 years old.
Okay.
And I never have heard of it, so I think that I'm going to tell it.
You think so?
I think so.
All right, I guess we'll see.
I just want to preface this by saying that it's a lot of quoting and he said, she said, because it comes from body cam footage and police interview footage.
Okay.
There's not a lot of background or investigating or anything like that because they pretty much figured out who it was immediately.
Oh, okay.
So it's not a mystery.
Oh, okay.
But
the opposite of a mystery.
Yeah, but I just found it really interesting.
Okay.
And by interesting, I mean these people are bananas.
As most of them are.
Yeah. So I thought it was still worth relaying, even though it's not our typical stories.
Okay.
So, here we go. On October 29th, 2022, officers responded to a home in Santa Fe after receiving a call that someone had been stabbed. They proceeded to begin kicking in the door when a frantic woman interrupted them from inside the house. The police asked her who made the call when dispatch came over the radio, saying that the caller told them that his girlfriend was in the garage and that was where the body of someone lay, stabbed to death.
Okay.
Officers asked the woman who was inside the garage. She then told them that her daughter lived in there with her boyfriend. They tell her that someone was just stabbed in there, and after her showing, like, genuine disbelief that this happened, she asked if she could open the garage door. Police tell her to stay away and get back in the house, obviously, like, don't touch things, ma'am.
Right.
They gain access inside the garage, where they discover the nearly decapitated body of 21-year-old Grace Jennings lying on the floor. A bloody sword not far away.
A sword?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's important to tell you really quick that this is not that lady's daughter that lives in the garage.
Okay.
Remember she said her daughter lives in the garage?
Oh, uh-huh.
And they just found a girl in the garage.
Yes. Oh,
it's
so
not her daughter.
The girl is not the daughter. Okay,
yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, moments later, the woman, Laney McCauley, or Lanny McCauley, it's spelled Lani, so I'm not really sure how it's pronounced.
Mm-hmm.
She can be overheard from inside the house talking to her daughter about Grace. She asked if Grace had been on her property. Her daughter, 20-year-old Kiara McCauley, confirmed she was, saying that her boyfriend, 25-year-old Isaac Apodaca, had invited her over the previous night, which had made Kiara angry, so she left the garage and went inside the main residence. Her mother says that Grace had no business being there, that she knows she's not allowed or welcome there, and asks why she'd still be there the next day if she had been invited over the night before, which, the way she was talking was very, like, blamey sounding. Mm-hmm. She was like, she knows that she's not allowed here, and I'm just like, ma'am, let's not blame or scold the dead girl in your garage.
Right, because the woman knows that the girl's dead at this point, yes?
Well, they said that someone was, like, dead in the garage.
Oh, okay.
So.
Yeah, and they did tell her that whenever they. Okay, yeah. All right.
I mean, they said someone was stabbed in there. I don't know if they said at that point that someone was deceased, but they did tell her that someone was stabbed inside her garage.
Okay.
And so she should know that someone is
what?
stabbed in her garage.
Obviously, she had it coming. If she knew she wasn't allowed to be there.
She had no business being there. So officers ask Kiara to come outside, where they proceed to handcuff her. Kiara's barefoot because she just got out of the shower. Okay. And the cops call her outside, and her mom goes inside and gets her some shoes and asks if Kiara can sit down at least so she can put her shoes on. Okay. And while she's walking across the dirt backyard, Kiara keeps going, ow, ow, ow.
That's the sound that I make when I walk across the yard
barefoot.
But
she's being very nonchalant, and I'm just like, someone just got murdered at your house.
Yeah.
Like, I get that walking across a dirt lot can hurt, but, like, she sounds very unaffected.
Right. I guess, like, if I was, like, hurrying over to figure out...
to talk to the police, I would just kind of suck it up.
Right.
But while her mom is putting her shoes on her, you can hear her ask Kiara, what did you do?
Who?
So after finding out that Kiara had left the initial crime scene and got inside the home, they seal off the house too. Kiara's mother was very concerned about her cats at that moment, fearing that they'd get out of the house through the broken door. And I'm just kind of like, bigger picture, ma'am.
Right.
The officers told her the house was a crime scene and she could not go back inside. She asked, how is my house a crime scene? To which an officer replies that someone was deceased in her garage. She's like, there's a body in there? Which, like, they had already told her this. Mm-hmm. This was not new information. Yeah. But, I don't know, maybe just the shock of the situation?
Possibly. Or she just wasn't listening the first time.
Right? She totally missed the part about there being a dead body in her garage.
Knowing me and my listening skills, I probably would have missed it too.
I don't know. It just seems like an important thing to remember.
You'd think. There is a lady, I don't even know if I should say this out loud. It's like the other cashier at the concession stand. Mm-hmm. And they told me her name at the beginning of the season when she started being the cashier. Mm-hmm. I work with this woman every Friday night. No clue.
And you don't know what her name is?
I have no idea what her name is.
I'm only fairly sure that I know the name of the kid that I give art lessons to.
Great.
I don't ever call him by his name. I'm pretty sure that I know what his name is, but
yeah,
no one ever says it, and I'm just like, is that his name?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Cool.
Yeah.
We're really good
at
peopling.
We're good at being interactive humans.
Well, it's like the beginning of the school year, every single year, I'm like, how am I ever going to learn these people's names?
Oh, I know.
I do it.
Yeah.
I'm always surprised.
Yeah.
There have been sometimes, though, where even at the end of the year, I'm like mixing up certain kids' names. I don't know why that happens, but
I don't know.
Anyway, sorry.
It's okay.
Proceed.
So anyway, I don't know why she didn't know that there was already a dead body in her garage, but
plus,
she didn't.
Like, it's her garage.
Yeah. So meanwhile, other officers are across the street at an apartment complex where Isaac's mother lives and where he currently was. When he comes outside, the officers tell him that they are going to detain him, but he isn't under arrest. And after cuffing him, they begin asking him how his call to 911 came to be. Isaac said he walked into the garage and that Kiara, blood on her hands, had told him very calmly, "I did it."
Oh. And did he know what it was?
Well, I mean, there was a dead body.
Oh, he saw the body. Okay. Oh, she was just like, I did it. I'm the one who did it. Okay, gotcha.
So, again, the story is very quotey because most of it comes from body cam footage and, like, a police interrogation.
Right.
So, it's me just saying, he said this, she said this.
Mm-hmm.
But in this case, what people said is pretty important, especially during Isaac's interview. And it's probably the most interesting part of the story because the actual murder was just sad and unnecessary.
Yeah.
But the interviews are, again, these people are bananas.
Okay. Let's hear it.
So while he's in the cruiser, he's asked again what happened. And he said that when he went inside the garage, he saw someone that he looked at them and it was like, this is too traumatic for me.
Oh.
But you know what they say when people won't use a victim's name and they like attempt to dehumanize and distance themselves from them?
Mm-hmm.
That usually means something about the person, but
right.
But we'll come back to Isaac in a minute. This next part I found kind of gut-wrenching because while Isaac and Kiara are both on their way to the station, an unexpected visitor arrives at the house. She tells officers she's there to pick up her daughter. It was Grace's mother.
Oh.
She asks officers if her daughter is okay, to which they reply, "We'll let you know."
Oh.
Understandably, she's like, "You'll let me know. Is she breathing at least?"
Right.
They proceed to tell her that they don't have all the details, but if she will go back to the station, the detective there can tell her more. I'm sure all of this was just overwhelming and terrifying. The woman just wants to know if her kid is okay, but we all know that cops can't actually give out all the information in an ongoing investigation,
right.
No matter how crappy that is.
Well, and they may not even have, like, her identification. Like, they don't know exactly who it is.
Yeah. So, back at the station, officers break the awful news to Grace's mom that her daughter is deceased.
Yeah.
She breaks down, screaming and crying. She wants to know how this happened. She even cries, "That girl shot her." But they inform her that she was not shot. So this leads us back to Isaac and his interview with the police, and it's a doozy.
Mm-hmm.
He starts by saying the three of them were hanging out during the day and everything was chill. When nighttime rolled around, things changed. He told Grace that she and him needed to leave because Kiara wanted them to go. He begins packing up his stuff and goes to the main house to use the bathroom. When he returns to the garage, that is when Kiara tells him, "I did it." And as he had previously stated to the police when they first met up with him outside the apartment building, I said that wrong. So he tells them that Kiara says, "I did it," just like he did when he was outside the apartment building.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that came out wrong. Sorry about me clearing my throat 1,000,000 times. He proceeds to tell the officer that he and Kiara both had dated Grace in the past. The officer asks him what he saw that morning when he returned to the garage. He tells him that he saw Grace on the ground with an ear hanging off and knew she was dead because Kiara had cut her throat.
Yikes.
He then gives the officer permission to search his phone after he decides that his story isn't quite lining up or making sense. What follows is a stream of text messages that Isaac attempts to explain.
Oh, when you have to explain them.
Yeah.
That's no good.
Isaac says to Kiara, "Hey, I have a plan with what I said. All I have to do is be over there at my fam's place and call the cops for a breaking and entering." Isaac then claims this message is about someone who's been breaking into his storage.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not what that sounds like.
Exactly. Kiara texts him to hurry up, which he tells her they need to switch to plan B. Kiara tells him to just tell Grace to leave, and Isaac says, "Just follow my lead, my lady." Kiara tells him again to tell Grace to leave and that she's, quote, in a mood.
Oh, okay.
Isaac says he had already done so via Instagram. Kiara asks him, "What now?" And he tells her, "Operation Kickout," and that he'd call the cops once at his family's. The officer asks him what that text is supposed to mean, and he tells him that he calls it Operation Kickout every time Kiara makes him leave, which she seems to do from time to time.
That sounds like a healthy relationship.
Yes. I know. They're still together, like, during this, but, she refers to him as her ex-fiancé.
Oh.
But they're still together.
Right.
They're
not fianced anymore.
They're just not fiancéed up anymore.
Yeah.
So.
Again, my listening skills are just fantastic.
Usually.
So, he and his girlfriend are texting these things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Back and forth. He said that they had a plan, and then they had to go to a different plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
He told her they needed to switch to plan B.
Uh-huh.
And Kiara tells him to tell Grace to leave.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask you. So he said that he told her to leave via Instagram?
Yeah.
Instead of just
well, he said via
there.
Insta, so I assume that means Instagram.
But he didn't just say to her face, "Could you leave?" He got on his phone and
I
DM'd her.
I guess.
Okay.
The text messages, one, they didn't make a whole lot of sense throughout this thing.
Okay.
Two, because it's interview footage, they kind of jump around a lot.
Yeah.
So not everything is congruent or whatever.
Or chronological.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I don't know exactly what happened there, but he said, "I already did via Insta."
Oh, okay. Let me just DM her and tell her to please leave. Even though she's sitting across from me right now.
Yes. So Operation Kickout.
Okay.
He claims that's what Kiara, but he calls it every time Kiara kicks him out.
Okay, so even though they're technically talking about kicking this Grace chick out, he's making it sound like he's getting kicked out?
Kiara wants them both to leave.
Oh, okay, gotcha. And then you said that he was packing up his stuff. So was he planning on leaving?
Yeah, she was kicking him out.
Oh, she was kicking him out with the girl.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
According to him.
Okay, yeah, right. That's true. Okay.
So Isaac asks Kiara what she wants him to do, and she replies, "Stab her. I don't have the energy to do shit."
I'm so tired right now. I'm gonna need you to do the stabbing, please.
Yeah. Isaac then tells Kiara that he could ask her mom for a ride to Target, and then she could do what needs done. The officer asks him what that means, and Isaac claims that he has no idea, that all the texts after that were not him talking.
Who were they?
We never find out who they were.
Oh, okay.
He said that he had a second phone at the house that he didn't tell the cops about, and that they were using it to talk. The officer clearly does not believe him, and tells him that there appears to be some conspiring happening in these text messages.
What?
Yeah.
I can't believe that the cop would come to that conclusion.
I know. It doesn't sound like they're conspiring or anything.
No, they're just having a regular conversation.
So the officer asks Isaac if he wants to start over, because his story is not making any sense, especially with what's in the text messages. He tells them they had already told him at the beginning of the interview that he needed to be completely truthful. Isaac claims to be telling the truth. He later says that Kiara had been planning to come in with her sword and also kill him.
Oh. With her sword.
Yes. They're those kind of people.
They have swords?
Swords and medieval stuff and say milady and
yes,
things like that.
Milady.
Those kinds of people.
Yeah, gotcha.
They're into that sort of thing.
Like, not that there's anything wrong with being that sort of
I'm
person.
just saying, they're obviously those kind of people.
Yes.
So, the next text message that the video jumps to is Isaac telling Kiara, dagger because it's blunt. And when asked about it, is what I'm trying to say, he said Kiara was asking the difference between a dagger and a sword. Kiara texts, why is blunt better? To which Isaac says, it cuts like butter. Which, is that true? Wouldn't something sharp cut better than something blunt?
I would think so, because you would think, like, a blunt thing, it would be harder to stab into something.
But that's what the text messages say.
Okay.
So, anyway.
They don't sound like they're very good at having swords.
No. And Kiara says that they're just going to stab the thought, T-H-O-T, a thought.
No.
You don't know what a thought is?
I guess not.
I don't know if you have to bleep this word, but it means that hoe over there.
Oh, okay. That's not very nice.
No. It's a derogatory term that people use about mostly women.
Okay.
So she asks if it'll be instant or will it take long, and then proceeds to ask what to do about the mess. Isaac says he will just burn everything and buy new blankets and bed. The officer asks him what the conversation is about, to which Isaac replies that, going back a bit, he thought that when she said, I'm going to stab the thought, that she meant she was going to, quote, poke at the thought, as in Thought, in her head about her dagger.
So she was, like, gonna chew on that, or, like,
I guess.
over?
I guess.
Oh, okay. He has really good explanations
he
for
does.
things. He's really believable.
Mm-hmm. Like, I believed him the whole time.
I totally believe him right now.
Yeah. The officer asks him what mess they're referring to, and Isaac tells him that Kiara had defecated in the bed.
Oh, I thought it was going to be like mouse poop.
No, he said that Kiara pooped the bed.
Oh. That's just worse.
Yeah.
Or the cat.
Right.
Like, the cat could have, like, barfed on the bed.
Right.
Like, there could have been, like, so many, like, better explanations for that one.
No, he said that Kiara pooped in the bed.
Oh, okay.
In the text messages, Kiara is upset about losing the sheets and her favorite fuzzy blanket. Isaac says they can wash them tomorrow, that an intense wash and some ice and hydrogen peroxide should do the trick. The officer presses Isaac about the bed pooping incident. He asks if they washed the sheets. Isaac said no. So the officer asks if they slept in a bed full of poop. Isaac says yes to this as well.
Well, that's disgusting, sir.
Right? So the officer then asks if they go back and look at the crime scene, will they find a bed full of poop? Clearly not believing him.
Mm-hmm.
To which Isaac again says yes.
Okay. Maybe she pooped the bed after she did the stabbing.
I don't know. I just don't know. So he then starts talking about moving up ranks in the black market because this will be, quote, her first. Now, if you're confused, don't worry, so am I.
Oh, okay. Moving up ranks in the black market?
Yeah. He told the officer that he was trying to change the subject with Kiara to get his mind off of what they had been talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Or had they, considering he said that those text messages were not him.
Right. That's true. That's not even him.
Yeah.
But he sure has explanations for them.
Mm-hmm.
For somebody who isn't actually having this conversation.
Yeah. So, Kiara proceeds to ask Isaac how to aim, and Isaac said that was referring to Call of Duty.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
How do I aim in Call of Duty? But when Kiara asks him to help her drive it through, Isaac tells the officer that this was referring to killing Grace.
Oh.
But he then again starts claiming that these are not his text messages.
Oh. That he knows all of the meanings of.
Yes.
Okay.
The texts again refer to the black market, saying that if she couldn't do it, he'd have someone else do it, and it would still count as her first. He'd just change the report to the, quote, black market heads.
The report, so he's reporting to somebody on the black market.
Yes,
Claiming to, anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He tells the officer that this is something that he's involved in and trying to leave behind. He was involved with a group of dangerous people who would require reports. Kiara talked to him after he had spoken to them and asked, now what? This is the story he's telling the officer.
Mm-hmm.
And that he told her that this would be her first way out if she just walked away and left it alone. So that's what he meant by her first.
Oh, okay.
Her first way out.
Her first way out of the black market.
Yes.
Even though he's not actually having this conversation with her.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And you can tell the officer is buying literally none of this.
I'm shocked.
So Kiara then says, let me do this. I'm using Zira, which Isaac reveals is the name of the sword.
I figured that was probably the case.
Isaac goes on to say via text, I'm saying just swing and don't regret the aim. He tells the officer this is him telling her that if she's going to do something to just do it, but he wants no part in it. But the next message he asks, what is holding you back?
Oh, man. Just let loose, girl. Just let loose.
Just do the thing. I'm mildly confused by the next part where Isaac asks Kiara if she wants the barn. He goes on to say it will be more fun for her hunt, that the walls are soundproof and the screams won't be heard.
Okay, so asking if they want to go out to the barn?
Well, that's what I understand it as, but there's literally no more conversation about this since Isaac is, explaining away all these messages.
Right.
The officer asks what it's about, and the officer says he was referring to a joke and that he's talking about a movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's just say, just for funsies, that all of the things that he's saying are true. Okay? Mm-hmm. That would be the, most, frenetic conversation.
Yeah.
Just the craziest, how would you even keep up with, what you were talking about?
Oh, I know. I literally have written right here that this whole interview gave me whiplash.
Yeah, it's just, bopping around from one thing to the next has absolutely nothing to do, one sentence doesn't have anything to do with the next sentence. They're talking about swords and Call of Duty and...
But again, my question is, when does Isaac join the conversation if these texts aren't from him some of the time, but are him other times?
Yeah.
When this all appears to be happening in the same night.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's not me, but then he's like, oh yeah, I was telling her this.
Yeah, and if it's not you, then how could you possibly know what any of those messages meant?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's crazy talk.
Yeah. So then he tells Kiara, good night, I know it hurts. I just want you to do it so you can feel the rush of adrenaline. The officer asks what he's wanting her to do so she can feel a rush of adrenaline, to which Isaac responds, to go to sleep.
Also feel the rush of adrenaline when I go to sleep.
Same. That was the obvious answer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe it was one of those falling dreams where you wake up really fast.
Yeah.
And then your adrenaline's pumping.
Yeah. Kiara says, I just need help. You're doing nothing again. Isaac says, yes, I want to help, but I cannot aid you. I can coach you what to do. When he was asked, coach her to do what? He says, I'm telling her to go to bed.
Coaching her on going to bed?
I guess.
Okay.
So that is where the interview with Isaac gets cut off, and we move on to Kiara's interview, which is equally bonkers.
Okay, great.
She starts out by complaining that she's cranky and has gone too long without a cigarette. She says all of her smokes are in her room, and her room is now a crime scene.
Gosh, I can't even get my cigarettes.
The detective, I've been saying officer, but I'm pretty sure these are detectives, not cops. Well, not just plain old cops.
Yeah.
Because I guess detectives are cops, but they're not just cops.
Right, they're not street cops.
Yeah.
They're fancy cops.
Yes. So anyway, the detective asks her if she knows why she's there, and she replies, I believe it's because someone was found dead in my room.
Is that why? Could that possibly be it?
He asks if she knows who was found dead in her room, and she starts rambling. She rambles a lot, saying that the night before, Isaac had invited her ex-girlfriend Grace over, which upset her, so she went for a walk and spent most of the evening in the main house. She goes on saying, "This morning, I was trying to sleep, but..." and pauses for several seconds before looking up, pointing herself in the face like this. I know you guys can't see me, but like this. And sort of quickly grumbling something that I found incoherent about her memories.
Okay.
She laughs and says sorry. The detective asks who she is talking to, like when she's...
So she's, like, grumbling at herself?
Well, she says that to her, that her best guess is that she has DID.
Oh, good.
So for those of you who may or may not know what DID is, it's dissociative identity disorder or multiple personality disorder, if you're unfamiliar. But she isn't 100% certain, and she has a lot of different personalities that come out.
Oh, how convenient.
Yes. She says there's Abby, and one they call Jinx because she gets really angry if you use her real name.
Oh.
And one she hasn't communicated with in a long time named Jess, among others.
Okay.
Then she suddenly asks, like, just kind of out of the blue, is she alive or dead? The detective asks if she means Grace. She says, yeah, and he says, you don't know. Kiara says she isn't sure. She sort of laughs while saying, I'm partially hoping for her to be dead, but I'm also, like, confused.
Oh. Okay.
She says she hopes she was dead because she's still angry at her. She says, part of me hates her guts and wants to see her dead. The other part wants to see her get better and see if she'd admit it and just fix it.
Okay.
I guess whatever she's mad at her about.
Yes.
From probably when they were dating. But
probably.
Why she's not allowed on their property.
Yeah.
The detective asked her to tell him what happened the night before in more detail. She said Isaac told her that Grace was coming over without asking her permission, so she got dressed in a black medieval piece.
Great.
And went for a walk to the park across the street. She then breathed sharply in pain, like, and says, ow.
She had a goat head in her foot.
Yeah. She begins fidgeting with a Band-Aid on her hand.
Oh.
She said she dropped a knife and caught it wrong before she went on her walk to the park.
Oh. You know what? If I drop a knife, I try to move my toes, and
Yeah.
I don't try to catch.
Yeah. So she has, like, a cut between her index finger and her thumb on one hand, and then, like, a cut on one of her fingers on her other hand. And they're wrapped in Band-Aids.
Yeah.
But, yeah, she's like, ow, and is, like, peeling the Band-Aid off of her, like, the web between her index finger and her thumb.
Yes. And when we did the yoga store murder, I think that was when I learned that cuts in, like, the webbing right there is a common, like wound that stabbers get.
I mean, the detective is certain that these came from the stabbing.
Oh, yeah.
But that was her excuse. Was that she dropped her knife and caught it funny.
I'm telling you, if I ever drop a knife, it's like...
Yeah, I jump my toes out of the way because I don't want to drop it on my toes, and then I pick it up.
I have no intention of trying to catch this knife.
No. It's okay if the knife hits the floor.
Yeah.
The detective then wants to know what happened that morning. She said she woke up about 9 or 10, woke Isaac up, and that Grace's alarms kept going off annoyingly, and she wouldn't turn them off, and that her 2 cats kept growling. Grace's cats. She supposedly brought them with her.
Okay.
Kara said she kept them in a bag all night, and that wasn't cool.
And again, that could have been a perfect excuse for why they needed to change their bedding.
Exactly. So Kiara says the next thing she remembers is going to take a shower and that a chunk of time or memory or whatever is missing. She remembers feeling a lot of anger, quote, more so than Jinx has ever had or Abby's ever had, and I don't remember Jess being like that, but she was also the one that was out more when she was with Grace. Kiara admits to thinking about killing Grace multiple times, that she has dreams about it, wondering what it would look like in her brain. She said she'd never planned to kill Grace. Not like in this instance, just never. She has never planned to kill Grace.
Yeah.
But that she did write a short story about it.
Oh, okay.
But don't worry, everyone. She changed all of the names and genders in it.
Okay, well, that's important.
Yeah. She said she'd never planned, just wanted Grace gone.
Mm-hmm.
The detective asked her what the text messages between her and Isaac were about. She said she probably shouldn't be telling this to a cop, but there's an organization Isaac is in charge of called Ghost that are like an underground version of cops, but more intense and deadly.
Sure.
Yeah. Isaac told her to just kill Grace and then she could get ranked up in this organization.
Okay.
When asked if she thought she killed Grace, she said she wasn't sure. She rambles, pondering the thought for a few moments. She says she's trying to decide if it was one of her known personalities that did it or someone she hasn't met yet.
Oh, okay.
The detective asks if there's a way for her to ask them, and she replies that they're picky about when they talk.
That's very convenient.
Yes. She says she's trying to decide if Isaac has been lying to her about the black market and Ghost and the end of the world in 24 days.
Oh. Now we're at the end of the world as well.
Yeah, it's the only mention of it in this entire 2 interviews, but
okay.
Yeah. She was asked if Isaac had ever killed anyone. Kiara says that he said he has, but she doesn't know if it's true, or like stupid teenagers who brag about killing people to be cool.
Yeah.
I mean...
Or like being in charge of a underground organization called Ghost.
But do teenagers do that? Like, do they sit around bragging about killing people?
Not in front of me.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Like, I'm around teenagers fairly often, and I've never heard them brag about killing people.
No.
But supposedly Grace did this often.
Oh, okay.
And then she goes on to say that Isaac claims to have killed 40 people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But she doesn't know if it's true.
I'm gonna guess probably not.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, they are capable of killing people, but I'm gonna guess probably not.
Yeah. Kiara also said that she was trying to decide if this one vision she has is from a dream or reality. She had the vision of an ear on her wall. She thinks this was part of her dream, though, but we definitely have heard about an ear already in this case.
We sure have.
Yeah. So, I don't know if that was a dream.
I'm gonna guess not.
The detective tells her that there's a good chance that she and Isaac will be going to jail.
Mm-hmm.
She says, I've never been to jail. I've never done anything. Now I'm going to jail for murder. That was a leap.
I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So before concluding her interview, Kiara had one last question for the detective about her sword. She said, I take it I'm not getting it back?
Probably not.
The detective tells her it was collected as evidence. She shows the only bit of regret she'd shown during the whole interview, expressing that she was distraught because it cost her $200 on Amazon.
My goodness.
She was like, oh, it cost me $200.
Did she say it just like that?
Pretty much.
Oh, good. I mean, lives lost, but that sword.
Damn. My $200 Amazon sword.
I may or may not have murdered somebody, but my sword.
But man, what a waste of $200.
Have you ever been afraid to go to jail? Yes.
Yes and no, because I've never done anything
well, not that, you've ever done anything to... Because I also have never done anything that would make me go to jail. But I can remember, learning about, when they search you, when, you're getting booked, and, all of the terrible things that happen to you if you, go to prison or whatever. And so I always had this, constant fear of going to jail because I didn't want to experience any of those things.
Yeah.
And so I just...
so that's the only reason you're not a criminal?
That's the only reason I'm not a criminal. That's it. Period. Because I don't want to have a cavity search whenever I get booked.
You don't want to cough and squat?
I don't, and so I will never go to jail. I will always follow the law.
This is why I'm not a criminal. Because I'm afraid of cavity searches.
Yes. But but it's like one of those things, like, when you go through TSA and you're like, oh my God, did I pack guns?
Do I have drugs in here? Did I accidentally pack like pounds of cocaine?
It's like that fear, but it's of going to jail. And so I never really understand people who go to jail, because I'm like, but aren't you afraid of those things?
Don't you not want those things to happen? Shouldn't that scare you straight?
Shouldn't that just be enough to not go to jail? Because it's been enough for me forever.
Yes, you would think.
You would think.
So, Kiara and Isaac were both charged with murder and conspiracy to commit murder. Kiara accepted a deal that requires her to testify against Isaac and pleaded guilty to aggravated second-degree murder and conspiracy to commit murder. She faces 30 years in prison. Isaac refused to accept a deal and is expected to stand trial later this year.
Oh, my goodness.
So, that was the story of Grace Jennings.
That is really sad, because those people should just have, like, DM'd her and asked her to leave.
Yeah, they should have just, like, dropped her a DM on Insta and been like,
yeah,
we don't like you. Please leave.
Please go home. I mean, it's okay to tell people to go home.
Yeah.
I know it's awkward, because I feel the awkwardness about having to tell somebody that you don't want them there, but...
And so, like, was the whole thing a plan from the start? Like, is that why Isaac invited her over and Kiara was just pretending to be mad that Isaac invited her over?
I think so.
Or did Isaac invite her over and then Kiara decided to kill her?
I don't know. I kind of feel like they were planning it ahead of time.
Because Isaac was definitely more in charge than he wanted to admit to being.
Right. Well, because he kept being just like, oh, just swing and don't worry about where you aim.
Yeah. Just do the thing.
Yeah. And you'll feel better once you do it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's just really sad, because then that lady was just coming to get her kid.
Yeah.
And maybe she didn't even know that she wasn't allowed to be there.
Right. But yeah, she was just like, they were like, who called you? And she was like, nobody called me. I'm here to pick her up right now. Like, I'm supposed to be here picking her up.
Yeah. That's sad. All to, like, fake rank up in some fake place.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I know that they were lying about that. That's just what they were saying.
Mm-hmm.
But, I don't know. That was really unnecessary.
Yeah. Like I said, it was sad and unnecessary. And, I mean, but, there's no good side to this story. But it was just like, luckily, they found out who did it, like, really quickly.
Oh, yeah. There wasn't any, like, having to, like, question people. And
yeah, it was just like, oh yeah, Kiara said she did it, and she did, and this guy's also a terrible liar. And
yeah. Well, and then, like, I really hate it when people try to, like, fake DID.
Yeah.
Because there are people who live with that condition.
Mm-hmm.
And usually the people who are faking it are trying to get out of something.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're using somebody else's real, like, psychiatric diagnosis to try to get away with murdering somebody.
Mm-hmm. Like, it wasn't me. It was Jinx.
Yeah.
It was Maria Sanchez, which we will talk about.
Please do. As quick as you can.
Well,
it's my favorite story you've ever
told
me.
The problem is that I need to go back over, like, many, many hours of court hearings.
Yeah.
Like, I watched them in real time when it was happening,
right.
But just to research for,
mm-hmm.
A podcast, I would need to go back over the court hearings again.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot involved with that case, but I'll do my best whenever I can.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I feel like you could just start telling me the story right now.
Right?
And it would be totally fine.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
because when you told it to me the first time, it was just like driving to the grocery store.
Yeah. Yeah, It's wild. That's a wild case.
It really is.
But that's for another day.
A story for another day.
So, well, anything else you want to add?
I would like to add that I'm sleepy.
Mm-hmm.
And that maybe I'll write a story for next week.
Maybe.
Unless you just feel like it.
I don't know if I've got the gumption to do 3 that quickly together.
It's true. And
that one just happened to pop up the other day, and really the body cam and interview were like the only resources that were out there. There were a couple of news stories about it, but there wasn't really anything else about it.
yeah.
And so
But
like I said, it wasn't a case that had like a lot of like storytelling. I mean, there was like storytelling, but like
there was some storytelling.
But it wasn't like this happened and then this happened. It was like he said this and then she said this, and
right.
It was a lot of quoting. But like I said, what people said were the most important part of the case.
That's true.
Because the actual like boots on the ground part was they kicked in that lady's door and then they found a dead body in the garage. Yeah. And that was it.
That was it. That's all she wrote.
They took in the suspects and they basically confessed.
Yeah. I mean, it's good. I don't know if it's good. Sorry, the mom didn't know what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
Although she was like, what did you
do? Yeah.
I can't imagine, like, if... I hope that I never have that reaction to something, like, thinking immediately that Bear, like, did something terrible.
Like, oh God. What have you done?
What have you done? What have you done now?
Yeah. So. Okay, well, that's all we've got for this week.
Yeah, my eyes are burning out of my face from
Mine
your incense.
Sorry, my kittens are stinky. But my eyes just itch really bad today.
Oh, mine burn and are watering so bad because the incense, but I just can't handle it. All right, well, remember, you can find us on social media at Twisted and Mysterious, or you can email us at twistedandmysteriousPodcast@gmail.com.
We always encourage this.
We did get, not just because we did the lead mask thingy, but we do have more Brazilian and like South American listeners now.
Nice.
Yeah.
We apologize for not being able to speak Portuguese.
Please don't stop listening because I don't have a Portuguese person living within me.
No Portuguese chandeliers.
None. But yeah, I mean the map has a bunch of red dots on it. Nice. There's still nobody in Alaska though.
Yeah.
And
they don't get internet out there.
Or Iceland or Greenland.
They don't get internet in any of those places.
Oh, there's no internet there?
No.
Oh, okay, that explains it.
So
the polar bears don't let them have internet.
The polar bears said no Wi-Fi for you.
Oh, okay. The polar bears took all the Wi-Fi for themselves.
Yes.
So them and the penguins could watch things.
Yeah.
The penguins.
So they could go ice, flow, nowhere to go.
Ice, flow, nowhere to go. Yeah, good times.
Yeah, it's a good show. Okay, so those are all the things we have to tell you, and as always, remember that people are gross and don't get murdered.
And take a nap. Goodbye.